good to see you again. Was going over your employee handbook, didn't see something that really needs to be in there, and that's a lactation accommodation policy. So California law expressly requires a written lactation accommodation policy. It's either got to be in your handbook or in a separate written policy made available to employees. Now, additionally, you have to distribute the policy to all new hires and to any employee who requests a parental leave or asks about parental leave. So if it's not in there now, my recommendation is get it done on a separate written policy and plan to have it implemented into a handbook the next time you update your handbook. So what's got to be in it? First, it needs a statement about the employee's right to request an accommodation. Specifically, that means the right to request a reasonable amount of break time to accommodate an employee desiring to express breast milk for the employee's infant child each time the employee has need to express milk. Might as well just put that whole statement right in your policy. Number two, needs to describe a process by which the employee can make a request for accommodation. Number three, it needs to express the employer's obligation to respond to the request. And you should note, if the request can't be accommodated, the employer has to provide written notice of that fact. And number four, a statement about the employee's right to file a request with the labor commissioner. So we got down what has to be in there. What do we recommend as best practices? Number one, you should also include an internal process for an employee to make a complaint so that it's not just the labor commissioner. Although, to be clear, the policy must give the employee notice of their right to go to the labor commissioner. Two, if you have non-exempt employees, the policy should specify that the lactation accommodation break will run concurrently with paid rest breaks to the extent needed. Any additional time would be unpaid. And finally, since you have the policy, you should be thinking about your ability to implement the policy if ever there's a request. But that's a problem for another day.